think if you're a newer writer, the whole write what you know is so important. So this is my like, yes, I've been writing since I was 8. And I wrote a couple of full length books when I was 8, but I didn't ever finish anything then. I absolutely have that same classic writer's problem of 180 pages into an epic fantasy. And I'm like, oh, look, a squirrel, right? So I knew the first thing I needed to do if I really wanted to get published was finish. And that whole trying to write the perfect novel, it'll kill you. And neurologically, it doesn't work. Like, we can't do it. If somebody writes an essay and you want to help them improve, you need to tell them what they can do to get the essay to be 1 letter grade better, not go from a failing grade to the perfect grade, because it's too many things. It's too many moving parts. And even if they do it better, you can't record what you can't figure out which parts made it better. And so you can't repeat it. So I was very careful going into my first book, which is not published. And I picked a book that was not my baby. So I wrote a historical romance, and it's so bad. Like, there's no research in it. If they pull out their cell phones at some point in the middle of it, it's possible. Like, it's that bad. But my goal was just to get finished, to have a beginning, a middle, and an end, and to have a plot that could be followed. And I did that. And that book is a blazing piece of crap that no one should read. And I'm so proud of it. And so then I wrote the second book. And in that book, I wanted to be more literary. I knew I could do the other things. I knew I had that down solid. And I was going to write this more literary piece and have my characters have clearly distinct personalities and different phrasing that comes out of their mouth. They're from different places. And so then the third one I wrote to get published. And even when I wrote that, I set it in my hometown. I wrote it about scientists, and that freed me up to spend my brain space on how are the characters interacting? Where's the plot going? Did I leave any gaps? And I think that's really important until you have a handful of books under your belt, because I think we get these ambitious ideas and it's our book baby and we want it to be perfect, but we've got to have the tools first. And I don't think any reader's going to be like, oh, newbie writer said it in their hometown. They're probably just reading. It's not also their hometown, unless they're your friend. They're like, oh, it's really rich and it's really, really well written. And they don't have to know that I spent all my brain space on that.